He's going electric. There he goes.
What's going on, guys? It's CandL.
What's up?
We're back in the building. We're here to talk some shit.
Mad shit.
A lot of shit.
Angry straight out of the gate shit.
First things first. Okay. I don't know if anybody's heard about the Bethesda situation with Fallout 76
Oh my gosh.
and the problems they're giving people.
If you haven't heard of it, do us all a favor and get rid of your system quickly, because you're the type of poison that bleeds the online community dry.
That got poetic.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Whoa. I was over prepared.
They are screwing people because at first I'm one of the loyal fans of like Fallout in general. Like I started obviously with Fallout 3. I knew about the computer games, but I had never played them. So Fallout 3 was like the first open world, shooter game.
Fallout 3 was that was the first game that wasn't just stuck into PC. It was now on a fucking platform where so much more people could play it. It went huge. It went big. Fallout 4 even bigger. Everyone knows the story.
Fallout 4 was good. I felt like the story lacked.
It did,
because the third one was really good. New Vegas was taken over
huge.
by Obsidian.
Yeah,
Obsidian did that one, and but the deal is Fallout 76 is an online game that was introduced in 2018. Was it the beginning of 2018 or was it the end of 2017?
I believe it was the end, near close to the end of 2017. I won't know.
I think it's been out a year.
It's been out a year easy.
The beta's been out for a while, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was introduced as this online Fallout game, and it was supposed to be this big surprise, this big rollout. Like not only did we make 4, but right after it, we're coming out with an online version. Yep. It was supposed to be the shit. So when they crank it out, it's buggy as fuck.
Oh, man.
Right? And you expect this when it first comes around.
True. Like, as you do any game, like, the first few months are filled with people being like, oh, this is trash, they need to figure this out and whatnot. But with 76...
And they patch it. And they usually patch it. The problem is they've barely patched it. And the people, like, I read an article about gamers that are going through and modding the game and fixing some of the problems. Like, one loyal guy, I don't know his fucking name. We won't say his name anyway if we knew it. He pointed out a lot of bugs in the system, and he made a server, a private server that everybody could. It was like he did something fun, made a fun map. He was like very loyal to Fallout 76. He'd spent a lot of money, and he pointed out a lot of their bugs, and they booted him from the game and everything.
I was like, oh, we gotta oust this guy.
He got the Fallout First package, which is the $100. They're charging $100 to get all kinds of like, you get monthly money, you get monthly atoms, is what they're called in it.
Things you can use as currency in the game to gain better new equipment. And there's seasonal stuff.
But see, video games do that, but the pay-to-play bullshit, the pay-to-win, sucks. Yeah, nobody wants to do that. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to put in that much money after spending $59.99, $65, whatever you spend on a fucking video game, and then it turns out, well, it's buggy as fuck.
Yeah.
Not only did they charge $60 for the game when it was released, they fucking turn around and give you, after all the bugs, and that people are like, man, this game sucks, what are you guys doing? Fix it. They said, no, fuck you, we're not going to fix it. Not only are we going to not fix it, we're going to charge you to play it another $100.
Yeah, and the best guy here has to go. So, figure that one out. Like, I can't believe
they're getting away with it.
The only thing I can figure, the only explanation that I can think of that they would do this as a company, is they want it to run like Grand Theft Auto 5 online, GTA Online. And GTA Online pays for its development, like by itself, because so many people play, so many people take part in everything. And
there's a lot of money in it.
There's a lot of money.
People pay.
And that's what Fallout wants, but they don't have enough there to generate.
The problem with that is, and I get what you're saying, but they shouldn't have created a whole new game for that, they should have just made Fallout 4 online playable and just worked with what they already have.
Right. Kind of
You know
figured
what I
out their
mean?
whole
They could have saved a lot of money and
platform,
said
yeah.
Fallout 4 is going to be online too. It's like Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead. It's like the Rockstar concept of you can play your story mode, but then you can also play online with other people in those games and shit like that. That made sense. But to create a whole new game, spend all that money, and then fucking, it crashes and it sucks and
it's terrible.
you get called out since day one, That's
millions
bullshit.
of people are mad, want their money back. It's like, ugh. Like, well, that's what you get for starting the whole thing up and thinking it was going to have an instant success like, Rockstar has. But they fucking built and carved the way for that shit. And, I guess there's no piggybacking. I guess. If they would have done a better job on the game, though, it would have been an awesome game. Well, they
didn't pay. It seems like they just cranked it out really fast
Yeah.
and didn't pay attention to fucking dick all.
The first thing they need to change, the very first thing, is easier interaction with other people online. That's fucking key to an online game. If you can't properly communicate with another player, you're done. Why are you there?
Well, that, and there's people who were complaining about hackers.
Yeah.
Just going through and stomping them out, and you have to deal with so many levels of them fucking you up, basically, and leveling up off you till you get stronger and you can actually put out a good fight or whatever.
Yeah, which is hard to do. It's hard. You have to. It is a chore to play with other players, honestly, and to do good by them. Is what I've noticed. It's harder, it takes longer, but it's easier to do. Like the thing I hate about the most is, like, say you got you and your two other friends, and the highest level out of the three of you is a level 19. Which I was a level 4, so it sucked for me. I didn't enjoy my time because if you're around somebody and they're like, okay, he was just level 19. Well, all the enemies and monsters and things that pop up at you will be as strong as him.
Yeah.
And then the little level ones are left squandering, and and then it sucks when like a fully modded player comes by, somebody that's hacking shit, has a hacked account. You got everything. You've got level 500 monsters coming up in your face. You don't lose anything, and then once he clears them all away, then he picks up all your shit that you drop when you die, and then they grow.
Right.
Grow, and then it just turns into poison.
I haven't played it. I didn't want to because I figured it was a waste of time.
Yeah. It was poison.
But, if you're going to charge $60 for a game and then turn around and charge another $100 to, be able to buy shit, when they said at E3 that wasn't the case at all, they weren't even going to,
Right.
They weren't going to, it wasn't a pay-to-play situation.
Right.
Like, they promised all this shit and couldn't deliver because they got greedy.
Yeah.
And now everybody's getting booted from it and shit.
Well, now they kind of mucked it up. There's no level playing ground anymore, and they didn't know enough to stay far enough ahead of it as they needed to, and so it was starting to grow, it then died. It died over like you're killing an engine like really super quick, like all the hackers, because the game was shit. A game that is not shit, people hack it less.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's what that was their main problem. They didn't take long enough time. They didn't think it through. And then they spat out something that was subpar because of it.
Well, it seems like they're trying to get a lot of funding for like Elder Scrolls 6 and, Fallout 5 for the next generation, because the next generation's coming out next year, right?
Is that what it's called?
There's going to be like the systems, because there's going to be like PS5, and then there is Xbox 2. Which is called something. I think they're calling it Scarlet or...
Scarlet. Well, it's codenamed Scarlet right now. So
is that it?
It's not official, yeah. Right now it's codenamed Scarlet.
Right. I don't know what they're going to call it. But and then Google's coming out with a system.
For real?
Mm-hmm. It's like $900, I think.
What?
In. Yeah.
Well, fuck that. $900? No way, dude. Like... I got my sights set on a Nintendo Switch Lite, bro.
Oh Jesus!
I'm getting that turquoise motherfucker.
Do you like the Switch?
Oh yeah, love the Switch. I'm a Nintendo man. Like that's what I game.
But
I do like Xbox. Of course, everyone knows I like Red
I
Dead
used to be a
Redemption 2.
PlayStation kid until I got an Xbox.
Yeah.
The very first system I ever had, it was my birthday. I was probably like 11 or 12.
Uh-huh.
And my uncle brought over, for my birthday, he bought me a PS2 brand new and Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Oh, yeah.
And that was my very first, I owned a game and system.
So it was one of those, giant black boxes.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. It was a tall-ass giant black box.
It worked.
But it worked, dude.
Oh,
dude, just, what was it, last year, my little sisters, they're 17. We had this PS2, still have it. Just last year, my little sister dug it out, and we plugged it in and hooked it up. It
worked?
Still works,
God
dude.
damn.
I could not believe it.
You got lucky because every PS2 I've ever had fucking breaks down on me, right? Like,
Right.
I've had fucking thousands of PS2s. And at one time, something happened and a wire came unplugged, and I had to go and flip up the top and get inside and, rewire shit. And I rigged it to where it was, it would play and shit. Like, the face was off of it and everything, so you just place a disc in there, but it worked.
Right?
I played the fuck out of it, dude. We played, me and you used to play a game, Obscure.
Obscure.
Do you remember that game? It was like a multiple player. It was almost like Resident Evil or Silent Hill, but it was like a 4-player.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that game was awesome. I can't remember much about it, though, except for it was about a bunch of fucking plants.
Back in those days, the game I remember, we fucking rocked that GameCube out for a while, too.
GameCube, Nintendo Wii. We played a lot of Zelda on Nintendo Wii.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, so much.
I played the fuck out of that Wii for a while.
Dude.
I played Skate on that thing. It was interesting. It's an interesting concept. I used to play this Uncaged. What was it? Uncaged Street Fighter or some shit. It was a fighting game, and it was so badass because you're throwing. That wasn't for Nintendo Switch though. It was for or not Nintendo Wii. It was for Xbox 360 Kinect.
Yeah,
and it senses your motions, and you're like throwing punches and kicks, and it's pretty accurate too. It was a fun fighting game, but you'd be so sore after playing it.
Oh, I bet, dude. Shadow boxing for that long. Good hit.
It was a fun game though. I used to play a lot of WWE just because that you could customize your own wrestler and shit. I used to be into wrestling.
Yeah, I remember watching you play some WWE. You were super serious about it.
I was very into it.
Yeah, I think it was 45 minutes it took you to design a character. Do these shorts?
Are these shorts okay?
I mean, look at his muscles. Look at these shorts.
Do you like the flames? They're blue.
Oh yeah.
No, I fucking love video games. I just can't get into them that much anymore because when you got kids and shit, it's hard.
Oh yeah.
You work a full time. It's rough. But when I do, I went back and replayed Fallout 4 lately, just because of all the shit I've heard about Fallout 76.
Right.
Fallout 4. They mastered everything you wanted about Fallout. Like, it took the third one and put it on steroids. The gameplay was more smooth. It's more like a first-person shooter, but it's still that turn-based, not MMO, RPG style. Same things and everything, but all they did was added to it. They took the same formula and added to it. You can build settlements now. I fucking love that.
Right.
Because, when I was a kid, we used to play fucking Minecraft all the time. Simply because you were creating the map around you, and I thought that was the coolest shit. Like, you're playing a game that you're designing the environment, every aspect. So when they put the settlement building in there, I was like, "Fuck, this is badass." You have a place to put your scrap. It's very detailed and it's deep, but it's repetitive. All the missions are repetitive. All the characters are repetitive. It's not a good story because at first. It starts out, and I'm sure everybody's played Fallout 4 by now, but it starts out with you, your wife, and your kid, and the bombs are about to drop, so you go to the shelter, the Fallout shelter, and they put you in there, and they fucking freeze you cryogenically, and take your kid. They take your baby.
Oh, shit.
And take off with them. And so I thought, fuck, this is going to go deep, because the last one... You're looking for your father who's purifying water, so you're on the search for your father. And that was deep. So I was like, this one, they took your kid. This is going to be more deep. It's going to be fucking badass.
Right.
Instantly, you find out that he's running the Institute, which is they're kidnapping synths and shit and kidnapping people. It's a whole weird organization, but you find out your son started that and shit.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I don't want to nerd out with the details, but I've been playing it again.
Nerd alert. Oh, man. But, dude, it makes me want to play it again. It's been a good long while.
It's been 5 weeks since you looked at me. I'm super stoked for the next gen. I think video games are going in a really good direction.
I want a fucking. I want a portable Xbox. That's what I want.
You almost like if Xbox could master what the Switch did.
Yeah.
And have a controller that you can break down and it's portable, but it's also it's the same game on the system.
Uh-huh.
That would be dope as fuck. That's the one thing Nintendo Switch did that I was like fucking amazed by, was that you can break it down and take it with you.
Yep.
Not that I would take it anywhere and play it. I can't think of anywhere I'd fucking play it.
Whenever I had my Switch, seems like a lifetime ago, McDonald's. Go to McDonald's.
Use their Wi-Fi?
Or, well, not even that. Just go up there, get something to eat. And you got another
get a
controller.
Mac chicken.
It comes with the second controller, so you're just playing, mad fucking.
I need a Mac chicken, no lettuce stat.
Uh-huh. And hurry up, because I chose Yoshi and he's ready to go.
Put a fried bird on the biscuit bun.
Uh-huh.
Super excited. Super excited for next gen. But, we don't have to fucking stay on the video game subject. What do you want? If it's been a minute.
We, trailed off.
Fuck, every time. Every fucking time.
Every time.
Soon, we're going to put out a greatest hits. I think that's appropriate. Once we hit maybe 20 episodes, we should do a greatest hits.
Yeah.
Just the craziest shit we've talked about. Put our favorite parts and compile it into like an hour-long podcast within itself.
That'll be funny. We can make it silly. That'll be good.
We've had a lot of good conversations.
We have, and we've said a lot of screwed up shit.
Eventually, the step would be stay steady with episodes, but also have a guest or two every now and then, somebody we want to talk to.
Totally.
Just anybody. We could have the mayor come in.
Come on in, mayor. How do you like your walls decorated? We won't do it.
Where do you stand on abortion?
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of my house.
You may now leave the podcast. Okay, but we'd have to be nice to the mayor, though.
If it was the mayor, I would think about it. I'd consider it.
I would politely go and tell him.
I didn't vote for him.
To have intercourse with himself.
Sir, you can go shove that P right up your B.
You can shove that P right up your B.
Catch this D, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'll pee in your butt.
Bars. I'll pee in your butt.
I will pee in your butt. Okay? Look me in the eyes. I'm gonna piss in your ass.
Look me straight in the fucking eye and tell me.
In the fucking eyes. Close your mouth, or I'm gonna fuck it. All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Oh God, one thing I found out, and I thought this was funny, is Eminem and Joyner Lucas are coming out with a song called "What If I Was Gay."
Oh no!
I swear to God, it's a fact. I'm not making fun of anybody.
I haven't heard Eminem in so long, and now he's popping out with a song. It's like, what if I was gay?
Yeah, and what if he was gay?
Mr. Eminem, I really hadn't given it that much thought.
I didn't really give a fuck.
I woke up last Wednesday and I was like, dude, what if Eminem was gay?
Oh God.
Like,
what if I've got to plan my day around him being a homo?
Oh my God.
It's okay to be gay. It's not okay to, beat around the bush and be in the closet, because then you spread diseases. But who am I? What do I know?
Hey. Mumps and measles spread diseases.
Mumps and measles.
They spread them. You gotta be careful.
That don't even rhyme.
And you don't even know, where he's going. You don't know what nightclubs he frequents. Like you don't even know. You don't know where he's been, Lou. You don't know where he's been.
The Shining Star. He's been to the Golden Pony.
He's been to the Golden Pony.
Jeffrey Nathan's house. You know that shit's fucked up.
Jeffrey Nathan, motherfucker.
Anyway, I thought it was funny. I went on Facebook. Somebody had posted on a Joe Rogan Facebook page. Did you hear that Eminem's supposed to be on an episode of Joe Rogan? And I commented on it. And I said, yeah, he's also putting out a song called What If I Was Gay? And these Eminem fanboys fucking
ate it,
flocked to my comment,
dude,
and started bitching me out. And I'm like, dude, it's a fact. I'm not like making fun of anybody. You know, it's a fact. Like, he's really doing this.
This is what's happening.
And they got so mad. I was like, what are you going to do if this man comes out and says, yeah, I'm gay. I've been gay.
Oh, man.
What are they going to do? They're going to stop listening to him? Then you're a homophobe.
Did you just start like another like PC movement or something? Like
Me 3?
You're on YouTube fucking it up, dude. Like you're fucking, today I'm going to piss 80 people off.
Well, that's the thing is I had one person come to my aid and tell these people that they were mentally ill.
Like it's just it's a fact.
It's a fact.
He might not even be questioning if he himself is gay.
Do you remember the interview where he came out and he said it's James Franco interviewing him and he's like, yeah, I've been leaving little gay breadcrumbs everywhere because he's sitting there talking. He's like, a lot of my lyrics come from like, let's say me being gay. And he tries to go comb over it like he didn't say it. And James Franco's like, wait a minute, did you just say you're gay? He's like, yeah. He like acts like it's nothing. I thought that was funny as fuck, but I've always wondered because he has questionable lyrics. Like, what was that one?
Cleaning out the closet?
Me and Dre have been fucking with hats off.
Uh-oh.
I've been lying my ass off. Me and Dre have been fucking with hats off. Oh. And then Dre steps in. He's like, suck it, Marshall.
Oh.
You've never heard that?
No.
That was in the Eminem show. And then he... his first or second CD, he talks about Dr. Dre playing putt-putt in his butt-butt.
Oh, that I've heard of. That I've heard. Playing the putt-putt in his butt-butt.
It would make sense if he was. But I don't give a fuck. If you put out good music, like, here's where I stand, okay? If I can relate to it, I'll listen to it and I'll enjoy it. But if he came out and said he was gay, no problem. If he came out and said he was gay and put out a song called I Suck Dick Daily, I can't. You know what I mean? I can't. I cradle the balls and look in his face, and it would be a fucked up rap song. You know?
Right.
Kiss him on the mouth.
That would be hard to listen to while you're jamming out at a red light. You know.
Crank that shit.
It's like what you know. I mean, yeah. I mean, let your
put it in his butt. Then I bust a nut.
But put it in his butt. Play a little putt putt.
It's fucking ridiculous. But I've heard about the gay mafia and hip hop and shit, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh wow.
Like, the questionable things they do. All the new rappers wear purses and dresses and shit, so it wouldn't surprise me.
They call it being extra.
Gucci, 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 Gucci.
That's what they call it.
Being extra?
That's what they call it, being extra.
It's called being gay. It's just called being... It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Let's call them as we sees them. You're in a dress, you're a dude, you're wearing makeup.
But, like, there's plenty of them that were wearing dresses and wearing makeup and that were, for a fact not gay. They're just being extra.
Who am I to talk shit? Those dudes make like millions of fucking dollars.
That's true.
They get millions of views on their videos.
Yeah. Call me up in 2 years if I've made a couple $1 million. I'll put a dress on for you. We're like bros, man.
I don't think that I'll ever ask you to do that.
It's like, wow, would you come to my house in 15 minutes? Wear that pink one.
With the polka dots. You remember that dress I bought you that one time in San Diego?
Yeah, it took me so long to fit in it.
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego.
I don't know, man. We've hit a breaking point. We've hit a breaking point, and
my heart just totally
hip hop
broke.
What the fuck?
Yeah. We hit a breaking point. I was like, oh.
We hit we just shut everything down right now. No, we turn it off.
This is over. We're done.
Shut the door. We're out. Just leave it recording air.
Yeah. Just hear us scream profanities in the background.
I don't know. I'm super excited for next gens and shit as far as video games go. As far as movies go, I've kind of lost interest a little bit.
Well, there's not really anything that's like...
I wanted to see 3 from
out.
Hell. I saw it. I wanted to see Child's Play. I saw it. It Chapter 2 was good. I saw it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Eventually, it was like all these movies built up, The Joker and all this Lion King. All these badass movies built up, and you go see them all, and then nothing else is coming out. Like everything else coming out is just garbage.
Yeah. Oh, I
It's
noticed
trash.
You saying that about Lion King. I just remembered the other day I found the new Lion King on fucking Prime when I was flipping through.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna watch it.
Amazon Prime?
Just yeah.
For free
you
or
get Prime Video?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I
Yeah,
have
it's on
Amazon
there.
Prime. It's on there.
It's on there. I think
Do you have to buy it though?
you have to. Well, you can rent it
Okay, yeah.
for
you
like
have to rent it.
$3.99. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Right.
then you can watch it like instantly. You don't have to download or anything like that. But
I watched it.
It's nice.
I have a bootleg movie app. I don't know if I can say that out loud.
I mean,
I have a bootleg
just
movie
did.
app.
what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, FBI?
I downloaded.
Come at me.
I downloaded 300 movies. What?
Come at me. I'll watch Lion King.
Come get it. It's the circle of life.
A young man in Republic, Missouri today was arrested on the charges of watching Lion King illegally. There's an old lady sitting somewhere going, well, it was illegal. He knew better. They told him not to.
When the police found him, he was masturbating with his left hand.
Yeah, for some weird reason, he put a finger in his butt while he did it.
He put it in his butt. We told him to show us his hands. He then put his finger.
He then proceeded to put his finger in his butt. It like cuts to a fucking cop cam, like, right
as he pulls it out.
Warning: this can get graphic.
Oh my god!
Please tell your children to leave the room.
Please cover your children's eyes.
Oh man, yeah. There was a couple of movies about Charles Manson that came out.
Oh, I actually just recently watched a movie about Charles Manson.
What was it called? Put you on the spot.
I don't know, Manson something.
Manson
but it was you know Matt Smith from Doctor Who.
Yes, I do.
He was the 11th Doctor, my favorite Doctor, by the way. Like for all the Whovian fans out there.
I've never hooted up.
Fuck you.
I've never been to Whoville.
Oh, dude, you need to just watch a few episodes. David Tennant on up, except for.
Is it sci-fi? Is it really sci-fi?
It's science fiction.
See, I have a problem with sci-fi. That's why I don't accept Alien as a horror movie.
It's not true. Like it's like time travel, bro. Like space and time travel.
Oh god, the only time travel I
super
enjoyed
cool.
was like either Back to the Future or Donnie
Oh
Darko.
I have never had to try to win someone over to the Who side.
Nope, nobody I know watches Doctor Who.
Oh man,
And you know my wife's a nerd.
yeah.
She loves shit like that. I've never seen it. I see it everywhere except for on a screen.
I was like you. For the longest time, didn't know much. Knew it existed.
It's an infomercial
You know?
for fucking. I was like you for the longest.
I was like you, Jimmy,
I used to be in the closet.
when I was your age.
Now I'm watching Doctor Who and eating Oreos.
Eminem just cut my balls.
Eminem just put out my fucking anthem.
Like he was tapping out of smoke. Woo! Man. Okay. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Charles Manson.
Charles. Oh yeah. Matt Smith played Charles Manson.
Yeah.
Really good at it. Played guitar. And it's learned all of Charlie's songs and stuff, which were very, he had some songs, but very far few between.
A lot of people don't realize that's how he was starting, was
Right.
trying to be a musician.
And he wasn't super half bad, but
He was decent.
It was like listening to his songs. Some of the songs were pretty decent. Matt Smith does a good job. He does them some justice.
Right.
Doesn't use any extra lyrics than what exists, which is nice, you know.
Right, yeah.
And,
He doesn't ad lib.
And you can tell because he did such a good job that fucking Charles Manson probably could have made it as a singer-songwriter. He probably could have. But his problem was he would start writing a song, and he was really good at it, and then he'd fucking drop some acid or some shit. And so the rest of the song was like, the fuck?
Like midway it kicks in.
Yeah, and then his next song comes on, you're like, oh yeah, oh no, it's doing it again.
Oh, it's like a roller coaster. It just
So-
instantly.
But
It's like the needle scratches because he said the N word.
shit. Damn it! I have to edit that one out.
It's very,
But
very
no, it was,
racist for no reason.
It was a really good movie, and it was kind of geared like on both. Like it was kind of highlighting Charles Manson, and then it was kind of highlighting his three main follower girls that did all that time in prison. A couple which are still in prison.
Squeaky.
Yeah, follows them and whatnot. and their kind of how they got intertwined in it. And
it's an interesting story
Yeah.
because I mean, basically, it's just a dude who was a petty robber,
Yeah.
a petty thief
petty thief
and liar, and
moving
just
about.
got caught up in some heavy shit. I blame the Beach Boys.
I blame the Beach Boys. For getting everybody that lackadaisical feeling. It's like, fuck it, I'm just going to ride on boxcars and steal shit and write music. What's this, acid? Like, and everybody else was doing it too.
Sharon Tate's mom came out eventually in an interview. I can't remember. You can look it up on YouTube where she says, Charles Manson didn't murder my daughter. She's like, Tex Watson did. She's like, you guys put way too much on that man. She wasn't coming to his aid. What she was doing was like, you're making this dude famous over some shit that he didn't even fucking do.
Yeah.
Like,
he coerced some people and whatnot, but it was those people who...
They acted like he was brainwashing them and shit. And, I can't say if he was or not.
Well,
I mean, acid will change your perception.
Yeah,
if you
if you know how to guide other people's perceptions along as they're
He was
perceiving.
charismatic, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of did the whole Timothy Leary thing where he'd get them all fucked up.
Do you ever think when he was like, they were on acid, would he, like, after he puts down the guitar and he's like, all right, I'm going to show y'all some karate moves. Like,
yeah. Dude, in that movie, it was kind of... It would just be some random thing that like, everyone's sitting around and they're like, they're all like picking through garbage because what they do, they go into town and they grab a bunch of garbage out of all the bins and then pick out the good stuff, eat that. And they're proud of that,
Right, yeah.
And they're like, it's their job. They make different foods and whatnot. The women clean, shit like that. And like in the evenings, they're all hanging out. And then Charles Manson's like, who doo doo doo, singing along, making them sing. And then 2 seconds later, he puts the guitar away. He's like, let's all dance.
Let's all dance.
We're all dancing. You're not dancing. Hits her a few times. Now we're all dancing. Woo! We're all dancing now.
Everybody gets caught. Are you seriously telling me right now you don't want to dance?
You ain't dancing right now?
Honey, I'm the mountain and the stars. You better dance.
That's the kind of shit he was saying. It was like, if someone like me asks you to dance,
I love, and only because it's so interesting. Like, I don't think anything he did was, I don't like praise it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he was still a fucked up bad dude. Like, he's not a good. He's not innocent.
Yeah,
he's not. But he's not a. I don't think he murdered anybody. And if he did, it wasn't. It was before all that.
Right.
Like, I think he said he stabbed somebody, but they lived.
Right.
But I love the interviews that he does.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? Like,
I've seen some good ones.
Oh my God, he says some crazy shit. Because for a minute you'll be on his side, and then all of a sudden he just goes off like,
"Oh, he's crazy."
The kookadoo went down to the tree and took a drink of water, and y'all think I murdered people, and then I'm coming back like Jesus, thinking I'm gonna stab a fucking horse, and the horse I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it like a coat into war. I'm gonna paint my face, and you're gonna feel the wrath of Manson. And when I stand on a mountain and say, "Do it," it gets done. He just babbles on some crazy shit. Yeah, dance. Hey, y'all want to see my jiu-jitsu I've been working on?
It's fucking crazy. I love it. Yeah, they all.
When I stand on a mountain and say, "Do it," it gets done.
You do it.
I love. They did it. I love the interviews because he'll make sense, and then all of a sudden he starts. Fucking going. He
starts going at it. And then you're like in the back, like fucking, like
what the
shit? What the? Like fucking.
What the fuck is this?
He lost it. Lock him up.
He's nuts.
I can't help but like that dude's interviews and shit.
Oh, dude, the one
funny as fuck.
The greatest one where they asked him, they were like, "Who are you?" And he was like, "Who am I?"
Oh, and he makes all those faces.
And he's all making it, scrunching his face. He's like, "Nobody. I'm nobody.
I'm a hobo in a boxcar with a bottle of wine."
Yeah. I'm a bum, a hobo, a boxcar with a jug of wine.
I believe we've talked about that before when we talked about serial killers. Yeah,
we
Manson was one of them. I don't know. That shit's funny. He's unintentionally funny and insightful. That's what's weird. He'll say some shit where he's like, he'll say some crazy shit like, y'all are cutting down on my trees. What am I gonna breathe? It's like, you selfish prick. We're all in it together.
Thanks for the trees, Charlie.
Thank you, God.
I'm gonna go in my barn and draw
like
some
he
witchy
is Jesus.
stuff.
He's like, and I came down from the mountain and they cut the trees and burnt them, and then I talked to a unicorn and said, "Hi, Jeff."
I can't breathe either. No one can breathe.
The Amazon is on fire.
I'm Jeff.
Who's gonna save the trees? I'm in prison.
There are no trees to save. Jeff, all them trees is gone.
He's fucking nuts, man.
Tell me where you were, Jeff, when all the trees were taken. You tell me, you fucking unicorn.
Did you witness the trees burning down
Oh,
in the Amazon?
I wish.
I wish I was there.
I wish I could have smelled that
I
air.
wish a motherfucker
Just-
would burn it down. That's oxygen that no one's gonna breathe.
From what I understand is that's Brazil saying fuck it, and they're trying to put cows.
We're gonna
there.
fucking build industry. We're gonna have, we're gonna have everything you have.
That's fucking sad.
But
It was dicey.
it's they shit.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's they shit. Be mad at them. Be mad at them for burning their shit down. How much of our shit we burn down?
that's true. Well, that's the thing is, we can't point fingers. We do a lot of fucked up shit.
They're a country. They're a nation. They're entitled to.
Joe Biden's running for president. Look, we're about to have a certain percentage of people in this country vote for a fucking pedophile.
Do you really think that that's gonna happen? That's gonna go through? Like,
Hey,
Joe Biden's
hey.
president? Come on,
Hey,
come on.
Hey, did you know something?
What?
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
Fuck you.
He didn't murder himself, man.
He didn't.
Nope.
Prove it.
It was Manson.
It was
He
Manson.
walked in the cell and was like,
I know things about you, boy.
I'm a straight razor. If you get too close to me,
Got you, son of a bitch.
now you're stuck like a pig.
Told you he didn't kill himself.
Hurry, write something on the wall with your blood.
Right, piggy.
Something witchy.
Make it look witchy.
like he comes in the corner.
Make it witchy. Right, he's out in the car telling him this. And
His back quivers.
and he grabs the seatbelt and tells the seatbelt, "Thank you." As he's coming.
It was like the best piss I've ever taken.
All right, guys, go do you. Puts it in reverse.
Oh my God. Here's some news. I don't know if you give a shit about it. I don't. I hate to break people's hearts, but My Chemical Romance
Oh,
is getting back together.
oh yeah.
Do you give a shit any about that?
I enjoy me a select few My Chemical Romance songs, man. That shit was coming out like way back in the day, like when I was
When I was
middle
a
school
young
and high
boy.
school. Yeah, that's when they were big.
I'm not big on I'm not big on a lot of these old I like it's weird because I like certain emo music.
Me too. A select few select bands.
like
You know what I mean?
there's not very just like screamo. There was a lot of screamo that I listened to that I was like this is different to me. It's not your normal screamo music.
Right.
I won't listen to shit like Job for a Cowboy. Or, I don't dance, Gavin Dance. I've never listened to that shit. But, I'll listen to Atreyu. I think Atreyu sounds a little different.
Right.
Of course, that probably means they sound more mainstream, which is kind of shitty on my part,
Right.
All I give a fuck about is mainstream,
Yeah.
That's like Slipknot. When Slipknot put the third album out, they went completely mainstream.
Oh, dude. Like, they didn't have any other way to go. They were like... Slipknot was good shit. I'm not like was never like just like you were saying with the emo type of music. There were some really like hard, awesome, good metal songs that I really liked.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm not a big, huge metal person, but if I love music, and if it fucking sounds good, I love it. I'm blind to the fact that it's a different sort of genre or anything like that. If it's a good song, I love it.
You know what's strange is nobody capitalized on Rob Zombie's groove metal idea
Yeah.
except Rob Zombie. He put groovy ass disco type shit with metal, and that he's still doing it today. Like it's hippie. It's
like his
kind of
own-
hippie vibe. It's his
yeah.
own genre,
Its own
dude.
brand of sound, yeah.
It's got horror elements. It's metal. It's got some
And it's
kind of.
also
He plays shit like Brick House, and he can
Uh-huh.
play all these funky ass. Oh God, he's done so many covers. I was impressed with. I was like, dude, I would have never thought to.
He's an amazing guitar player, and if you're an amazing guitar player, you can fucking play anything.
Rob Zombie don't
You know
play
what I mean?
guitar.
What?
He don't play guitar.
I thought he did.
He was on Joe Rogan not too long ago.
Oh,
Because Joe Rogan said the same thing. He's like, well, if, you've
I
got
thought he
talent
did
on the guitar.
I thought he at least. I mean, I know Johnny Five and
John,
shit.
yeah, John 5 used to be in Manson. So did Twiggy.
Oh.
His drummer and his guitarist used to be in Marilyn Manson.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why him and Manson had a feud not
That's
so
why
long
they
ago,
were
and then they got
feuding
back
it.
together because I think Manson has spurts of bipolar.
Right.
He said he's going to kick his ass, and then Rob Zombie confronted him on stage. Like, he didn't confront him face to face, but he's
Right.
like, Manson said something and left, and Rob Zombie came on and was like, oh, you're not kicking my ass, motherfucker, and all this. And
Creating drama.
yeah, there was a
Selling
bunch
shit.
of drama, and Manson's point was like he cut my stage time,
Yeah.
and Rob Zombie had to come out and say, like, I've toured with so many people, and not once have they ever, it's always been even. It's always even. It's always split even, so nobody got their time cut. He's just being fucking crazy,
Right.
and then, of course, Manson came out and like, oh, okay, he was just fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't sound like he was particularly or truly wronged.
I thought it was cool they got back together
Yeah.
and toured. I thought it was interesting that Johnny Depp and Joe Perry from Aerosmith, Steven
Tyler.
Johnny Depp, Joe Perry, and Alice Cooper are in a band called the Hollywood Vampires.
Oh, really? Do they have a lot of songs? Like, how long ago was this?
I think they have like 2 albums, I think.
Oh, wow.
They just put out an album, and they had a track on the radio for a while.
Man. Well, I don't know. Shit.
They're all right. It's not like amazingly crazy,
Right.
It's not.
Well, I figured, like, if it was
It's not
amazing and awesome and everyone loved it, you couldn't help but hear it on the radio or some shit.
Johnny Depp's losing it, man. He lost being a pirate. He lost his mind with his wife.
Yeah.
She tried to. Did you ever see that? She videotaped him and shit while he was throwing a fit.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. She was setting him up, and then, she's trying to claim he's abusive and shit. But I was like, I think he just has an attitude problem. Like,
Yeah.
you probably, like, gaslight the fuck out of him. Somebody who's an alcoholic already probably already has problems out the fucking ass,
Mhm. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean, you hit it right on the head. That's definite. You gaslight the hell out of him. And
He was drunk, obviously, in that video. But
you could, yeah. In the video, he's pouring drinks.
he grabbed the camera and threw it, and she had like a slight like black spot on her face and tried to say that he hit her and shit.
Oh,
I don't think the dude, drinks, so it's possible.
yeah,
But I don't want to associate that with hitting somebody. That doesn't mean you're going to hit somebody.
it's true.
I'd like to think she just extorted him for his money. Look
Yeah,
at how much Disney's saving on getting rid of Johnny Depp. It's like $90 million or some shit like that.
yeah, but like, you know how much money he made Disney? Do you know how much money he made from that?
This is true.
Like,
I'm not taking away from what he's brought to the table.
yeah, like it's not all like it's not a lost cause.
No.
And while he's alive, he's the only person who can accurately do Captain Jack Sparrow.
He's getting desperate though. I'm afraid, like he tries to do all these indie films and these art pictures and shit. I'm afraid that he's going to stoop so low to do a sequel to a past film just
Right.
to say fuck it and do it.
Well, it's like he's
Edward
done
Scissorhands too.
He's done so much shit, dude. Like, think about it. Think about when Edward Scissorhands came out. Like how old that movie is. Like
Crybaby.
Johnny Depp has done so much shit, and dude's got money, bro. Like, he doesn't really need to. He's not like freaking out and saying, "Oh no, I don't have any work." Like, dude, like he buys islands, motherfucker. Like, dude has money.
Yeah, he's got what's the dude's name who played The Godfather?
Marlon Brando.
He's got Marlon Brando money. Marlon Brando buys islands and shit,
Yeah.
or bought islands.
Marlon Brando money. Like dude's got money.
Like Marlon Brando, if you wanted him to read one of your scripts, you'd have to pay him like so much money and pay for his flight over there and fuel his jet up and shit. Like he charged people. You'd have
Wow.
to pay him before he even came up. The check would have to clear, and then he would come see you about your script.
Oh wow.
That's how into this man's self You know what I mean? Like he was like he knew his worth, I guess. Marlon Brando's in a lot of good movies.
Yeah.
One of his movies that are underrated is like Dr. Moreau's Island. I thought
The
remake
Island
to
of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, I thought that was an underrated movie.
That was a good movie. I like that. Val Kilmer. That was a good movie.
I thought it was good.
The original's not bad either. Have you seen the original?
Yeah, I've seen the older one, yeah.
It's not
I
bad
think
either.
they're both good. It reminds
both
me a
good
lot
movies.
of like the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
The older Planet of the Apes. It's a lot like that.
Yeah.
Well, it was underrated. I
original.
thought it was really good. Well done.
I thought it was really well done, and I enjoyed it. I think I was in my early teens when that came out, the remake.
Came
with
out in
Val
like
Kilmer.
96, 97-ish.
Might have been 12 or 13.
Don't quote me on that because I don't know
Yeah.
for sure, but
But I just remember it was, back when I was a kid. And that shit came out, and I loved it. It's a good movie.
oh yeah. I think that I like the first Godfather. I don't like the other two.
I like the first Godfather, yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways.
do you have anything you'd like to add to this episode?
Yeah, cowboy butts drive me nuts.
Oh, Jesus. I'm out.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
done.
I didn't mean to
Jesus.
put that type of cherry on top.
Put your dick back in your pants.
All right.
Good God.
It's hot in here.
All right. All right. Well, I guess that's been about an hour.
Oh, yeah?
That concludes this episode. This episode is brought to you by Anchor Fence and OPMS Kratom.
Any fence, anytime.
Any fence, anytime, put a picket in your ass. We love you guys. Take it easy.
Peace.